Tony quietly pushed open the door to his elder brother's house, and was stunned to find piles of gold and silver treasures inside. He clearly remembered that his brother used to be so poor he couldn't even afford a meal, but after disappearing for a few months and returning, he had suddenly become extremely wealthy. On the day of their father's funeral, he even brought a full suitcase of cash, told Tony to handle everything well. He also married a young and stunningly beautiful wife. Tony was full of questions, so he wandered around his brother's house every day. But after his brother returned, he built tall walls all around the property. Nothing could be seen from the outside. Even village kids who approached were yelled at. Strangely, every Wednesday at 3 a.m., the couple would sneak out of the house and return carrying sacks full of gold and silver. Villagers began to whisper that the family must be hiding some secret to sudden wealth. Tony was determined to uncover the truth. He waited until the funeral day, when everyone had left the house, and snuck away toward the property. As he reached the door, he saw mountains of treasure inside. He was about to pry the door open when suddenly a hand tapped his shoulder. He jumped in fright, only to find it was his mischievous younger brother. Not wanting to be caught, Tony pulled him away quickly. The younger brother was equally suspicious. After all, even the red envelopes his brother handed to workers were worth more than most villagers earned in a year. And now, at his age, he'd married such a young and beautiful woman. The two grew more certain something was wrong, so they decided to get to the bottom of it. They returned to the gate together, but just as they peeked through again, they were caught by the sister-in-law. After that day, Tony only dared to spy from the window, but he gained nothing useful. He realized, if he couldn't get answers from his brother, maybe he could try getting close to the sister-in-law. He offered to help with chores, hoping to get information, but she completely ignored him. He was about to give up, when one day she approached him shyly, saying she needed a small favor. Tony instantly got excited, thinking she had some secret request, but all she wanted was to borrow a bottle of soy sauce. Tony quickly had an idea. He invited them over for dinner instead. The sister-in-law agreed without hesitation. As soon as she left, the younger brother ran over, asking why Tony invited them for dinner. Tony revealed his plan. The dinner was just a front. He intended to get his brother drunk and make him spill the truth. That night, Tony prepared a feast and brought out strong liquor, but after just 2 drinks, he was already dizzy, while his brother remained calm and unaffected. Then the sister-in-law suddenly said she needed to use the restroom, but his brother replied that the village toilets were all locked at night, told her to just find a quiet spot. But the sister-in-law, being from the city, was clearly uncomfortable. Tony saw his chance. He offered to take her to a private, hidden spot he knew. They headed to the back mountain of the village. In the dark forest, the sister-in-law clung to Tony for safety. When they reached the spot, Tony pointed to an open patch of land, but the woman looked hesitant. Seeing this, Tony quickly swore an oath, promising he absolutely wouldn't peek. She was scared in the pitch-black woods, but couldn't hold it any longer, so she agreed. Just as she squatted down, she slipped and fell. Tony heard the noise and rushed over to help, but she had twisted her ankle and couldn't stand. They both tumbled into a heap. Tony checked her foot and was about to massage the injury, when suddenly, a flashlight beam swept across them. It was the elder brother and younger brother, who had come looking for them.